All right, hey everybody, it's Sean, Culture for Good. Got our near and dear friend Lara, who we love. Tylene and I love Lara. I love saying your name. I don't even like to say it, I just like saying it. Super cool that you're gonna hang out and just chat for a few minutes with us and just share. We really just want to have some, I don't know, some other perspectives other than just Tylene and I all the time, and so people know we exist, I guess, and you've known us for a minute. And man, I mean, so first of all, you're in California like we are right now, and so Lara, tell us a little bit about you and what your world's all about, and all that good stuff.
All that good stuff. Well, I've always been in, business. I consider myself an entrepreneur. I just have the entrepreneur mindset because of my parents. But the last 25 years, I've been working in the corporate world, actually 23 years. And about 2 years ago, that all changed. But during that I've always wanted to do things to help people, number one. And then second, to kind of educate them about health because my father has been a huge role model and a hero in my life. And he's always looked at alternative medicine, not, I don't know if I could say it, but big
Yeah,
pharma. Okay.
say whatever you want.
So, yeah. So we've never really believed in that per se ourselves. So I've kind of always been on a mission to do things, clean, naturally. If I can do it organically, I'm all about that. And my father introduced me to a supplement company many years ago. We won't say the name, but their products we found out after we met you were all synthetic.
Mm,
And no wonder my poor dad for 9 years was having issues using the restroom.
mm.
And so when I came across you guys many years ago, I want to say it's been about maybe 7 or 8 years, Sean. Like,
Yeah,
I know it's
that's
crazy,
moving.
but it's somewhere in that neighborhood. And you guys literally have changed our lives with your flow, the blend, the escalate. I mean, I can give you an entire laundry list of names of products, not to mention the monetary side of it. I mean, that's a whole nother animal. But I'll tell you, just learning about what your products, can do for someone's body, and actually putting them to test on our own bodies and our own family has been huge. Because anybody can say anything about a product, but
Right.
when you actually use it yourself and you see right
Yeah.
the results,
Yeah.
it speaks for itself. So we're so blessed to know you guys.
That's amazing. I mean, it's really cool when we get to hear stories, like listening to you now is super, super cool. But I think people don't necessarily stop and take notice of what they are putting in their body when it comes to supplements or vitamins. They're learning to do it more and more with food, right? That's been a bigger thing now. And now, if everyone will kind of slow down and do the same when they're going to supplement or take something else that they think may be enhancing their health or their bodies or their lifestyle or whatever, is not always the case. And so that's kind of where we come in. We've been doing this 20 some years teaching gut health and healthy lifestyle and all these things. But people are so much more open now, Lara, that before they just weren't. In the last, 3, 4, 5 years, I think it's really changed a lot of people's perspective on what's good and not so good for the human body. And we need, we need your voice. We need people like you that, once you experience it, it has to be, we know that we're gonna use it. We know that our family and loved ones and kids and grandkids, I mean, it's got to be perfect, the best that we can be to it, and that's super important. And so hearing you just share that's really, a big deal to not just us but to other people, right? It lends some
Absolutely.
credibility to what we're talking about and what we're doing. So that's key. It's so key. And so just talk to people about whatever you want. Whether it's, you mentioned education, we do like to share information. Could be some of the products, could be creating some abundance. I mean, you're an entrepreneur, you're in banking, you did a lot of things, and right now, man, people need another revenue stream. The world's different. That's all. So we just need to adapt and adjust and move forward. but an additional revenue stream is, man, I think it's a must at this point.
It really is. And I'm glad you brought that up because, when I was laid off from my corporate job 2 years ago, it's going on 2 years this year. It's crazy to think. But when that layoff happened, I cannot tell you, unemployment only covers so much, right? And especially during the last 2 years with the inflation and the cost of goods and, you know, eggs and meat and this and that and that. Okay. So unless you're buying like, just the garbage from you can get from Walmart, I mean, we like to buy good product, good food, good organic, clean products, and that's costly. So I have to tell you, obviously I've been involved with you guys for many years now, and with Culture for Good, which has been the best ride ever since 2020,
Yeah.
2020. But I can't tell you the checks that were coming in to our household every single month. I was like, oh my gosh, I can do groceries and I can pay the car payment. Like, this is amazing. And it was a very important time in our lives when that layoff happened. So I'm a huge advocate of sharing with people. Don't wait until a layoff occurs to have a second revenue stream. Don't
Right.
wait. You got to do that now. Because
Yes.
when you do it now, you're setting yourself up and your family, right? To
Yeah.
not rely on the unemployment, to not rely on potentially no unemployment. I mean, who can afford today's grocery bills and gas bills? And hopefully that'll change,
Right.
but who can afford that right now? So if I didn't have that second income from you guys, I don't know where I would be, but it's been a huge blessing. And if you're watching this and you're considering Culture for Good, I'm going to tell you right now, don't consider, just do it. Can I share what I've made so far this year? Can I share that?
Share whatever you want. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
So I was looking, it's tax season, right? So we're kind of getting ready for our CPA appointment, what have you. And about 3, 4 weeks ago, I was looking at my annual earnings from Culture for Good. And you guys, I was like, wait, what? I've done how much? And mind you, this is I'm going to share a number with you, but it's not something astronomical where, you're like, "Holy cow, this is incredible. Like this can replace my income." No, it's supplemental income, and that's huge. But if you want it to replace your income, guess what? You just work a little harder than I did, and it definitely can do that, okay? But um I earned when I looked at it, the year wasn't over and the
Yeah.
payments were not done. Commissions were not paid yet for the whole 2024. But when I looked at it, I was at $27,000
Like
for
that.
2024. And
Yeah.
mind you, I, I'm not going out and soliciting and recruiting and talking to people to come to my home for a meeting. I'm not doing any of that.
No.
Okay. I am not doing any of that. You want to know what I do? I share product. I give some samples. I
Yeah.
talk about it at a lunch or a dinner. I always have my flow. I always have my essential. I always have my blend. I have them with me in a little, vitamin
Yeah.
container.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
whenever we're at a lunch or a dinner, I pull them out and we take them right before we eat. You got to be an example of your business, right?
Yeah.
But what's amazing, I cannot tell you how many times that has started up a conversation.
Yeah.
And so I just share.
It's awesome.
And it's beautiful because you're not going out there and hustling, you guys. This is the beauty. And now, in today's age, I think you millennials are going to know what I'm talking about because I'm a
Yeah.
dinosaur. But think about this, how many of us are on social media on here? Facebook, Instagram. I post a picture of flow. I'll post a picture of blend. I'll post a picture of the CBD. I'll post a picture and then I throw in my DM link when Culture for Good has specials or a BOGO or a whatever sale. I'm always putting it on there. You guys, I cannot tell you how many times people have messaged me and said, Lara, I've been looking for something like this. Thank you. I just ordered. And I'm like, oh, wow, I'm having dinner with my family and I just got this message. How cool is that?
It's
Okay.
awesome.
And the commissions roll in. But that's what it's all about, you guys. It's about sharing. And if you have a heart and you have a passion to help people and to make people feel better about their health, their gut, make money while they're doing it, it's a win-win.
Yeah, I mean, and that's so super cool. I mean, and I think you're so on point, Lara, that people want products that will work. They'll do what you say they're going to do, and they're safe, of course, and that's a huge, huge deal. But let's just face it. People don't want to hustle their side hustle. They want a side hustle. I don't know if it's a hustle though. I think it's just a thing. But you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I
they want
do. I do know exactly
well,
what you mean.
I think the younger generations overall are smarter than us when it comes to technology, how to utilize the social platforms and some of these things. And when they put two and two together, when they realize, wow, we have this stuff's like going to help people. And there's a lot of brain issues out there, right? There's a lot of issues out there, gut issues,
A
whatever.
lot of issues.
When
Yeah.
they know they can help people, and whether that's our enzymes or our mushrooms or our hemp or whatever it is, and get paid, like, and it's free to do it, and they get a replicated website, and if they don't believe us, they don't have to buy anything. We still pay them. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's not one of those other things where they have to, I don't know, build these teams and balance points and get paid on this stuff and
Can I
follow.
add
Yeah,
something, Sean?
sure.
You know,
It's all
you and
about
I
you.
we come from a previous, whatever company, and you and I both know that that was a hustle. That was a hustle. That was a grind. That was a, if you're not working and you're not on auto ship and you're not on this and you're not on that, you literally make zero. Okay.
Yep.
What I love about you guys is there is none of that. There is no requirement to build a team. Guess what? You can if you want to. You're going to make more money. Fantastic. And it's free.
Yeah.
But in addition to that, there is no requirement for that auto ship. So, I mean, and if you've got a few customers underneath you, guess what? If you don't have an auto ship yourself and you already have an abundant, supply of product, then guess what? You don't need to buy anything this month. You're still going to get paid on
Right.
those customers that you have.
Right.
So, and it's free to get started. It's like, you guys, it's a no-brainer. I mean, and I tell people all the time, I'm like, look, if you love helping people, you like alternative, you like to get healthy, this is the place for you to be. You get a website, you get a link, you send it out to people, and boom,
That's it.
done. That's it.
Simple. And we get asked a lot, Lara, like, why do you guys give such a big discount on auto ships or subscription orders or whatever they're called? And it's really because if we're gonna truly be who we say we are, we want to help people help themselves with their health, we give a 20% discount. That's a big discount for a
It is.
subscription order.
Yeah.
Typically companies don't do that at all.
Yeah.
It's much less. But we're doing that, and yeah, it's less profitable for the company or whatever, but it helps people sustain their health on a consistent basis. And then yeah, and we'll play the long game, right? The more people we help, we'll be okay. We don't make a lot of margin or anything, but we can sustain ourselves if we help a lot of people. And so we pass that on to everyone to do the same. And so you mentioned that kind of all these games you kind of have to play in some of these direct selling companies or whatever they're called. I'm not judging them. It's just most people, they're tired of that game.
Yeah.
And the PTSD of participating because it's hypey and it's calling everyone at the end of the month in order to make sure they get their paycheck. No, man, we don't want to do that. We want you to help people because you want to help people. We want you to get paid because you want to get paid.
Exactly.
Meet you where you're
Exactly.
at. If you want to, great. If you
Yep.
don't, that's okay. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep.
And so I think that
Exactly. And look, no judgment zone here, right? I mean, we've all done the direct sales, we've all done the network marketing. And is it fun to go belly to belly and eye to eye and have a room full of friends and people and gathering, having drinks and coffee and talking about
Yeah.
business and this and that? Yeah, it is fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing
But
wrong.
if you were, it's fun. Let's be real. And we had a great ride and a great run. But I'll be honest, times have changed, man. Times have changed. And
Yeah.
2020, life as we knew it, changed completely for so many people.
Yeah.
And people were scared to go out and they were scared to do things and they were scared to see other people, whatever. Okay. We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
That's a different call. But my point is that things changed. And if you're not changing and evolving with the times, then guess what? You're going to sit there and go, how can I make more money? And we have a way to make more money.
Yeah.
It's all digital. Okay. You don't do the shipping. Culture for Good does the drop shipping. You don't have to have the inventory. Culture for Good has the inventory. You don't have to do any of that stuff.
Right.
It's beautiful. So, you know what? I'm going to encourage you. I'm helping my 84-year-old father, okay, who is a health guru, but zero technology, you guys. He knows nothing about sending a text message, nothing. Okay. I text Sean all the time. Finally, Sean's like, hey, talk to Chelsea. She can help you on this stuff. So, but my point is, my dad has such the heart for people and helping people. And all he wants to do is help people get healthy because that's been his passion. And he's a priest at the same time. So at his church, he has so many people, you guys, that are unhealthy, that are ill, that have all these different health ailments. The list goes on. My point is my dad now has a resource through Culture for Good, and we've got the patriarch of our church congregation on 3 of the supplements. He's on Escalate, he's on Blend, and he's on Flow. And he messaged me the other day. He's like, Lara, I need to do a new order under your dad. I'm like, right on. And so I help
Awesome.
him. It's awesome. And my dad gets paid. So if you've got any senior citizens in your life, and I'm just letting you know, you guys bring them on into this. Let them be a customer. Let them try the product. See how amazing they're going to feel. And then you can help them make some money because Social Security ain't cutting it.
No, it's not. I mean, we talk about the young generations all the time, and we want to help the young generation. I think they're fabulous, and we want to get health started at a younger age. But man, what about right the people that have already been on this planet longer, and maybe
Exactly.
they're in assisted living homes, and they can't
Yeah.
digest their food, and they're drinking Ensure, right? Because they can't break their food down. Let's get them some flow, some digestive enzymes,
Get
and help
him some flow, man.
food again. And how cool is it that in his 80s, he's an entrepreneur? I mean, I love that.
He's
Money's
always been,
money.
Sean. Yeah,
Right.
that's where I get it from. He's always been like that. He's got a mindset that, like today, he called me. He goes, Mama, I have a new prospect for you. I'm like, awesome. So he's just always thinking outside the box. And it's just
Yeah.
such a beautiful thing. And I'm blessed to have Culture for Good as that opportunity to help them out, to help them out where they can help, their people out at church. And so, yeah, it's a blast.
Well,
Thank
we're
you.
we're grateful for you. We're grateful for your dad. We're grateful for anyone who wants to share. I mean, it means everything to Ty and I. And it's not blowing smoke. I mean, we are who we are, and it is what it is when it comes to what we're sharing. And we just need to keep doing that, and we need more people doing it, and that's why we love
Absolutely.
having your voice and others. And so, Matt, thank you so much, Lara. It's great just seeing your face and just chatting a little bit. I mean,
Thank you. Thank
we
you.
miss you.
And before I let you go, I just want to share this. Tylene helped with a huge issue we had with my oldest daughter, a big eczema problem on her hand. Since December, Ty has been texting me almost daily. She put my daughter on an entire protocol. Your wife is a godsend.
Yes,
I just want you to know.
yes,
She is a walking angel, and we're so grateful for her because She opened our eyes to some things, and we got Carlina on this entire protocol. And I'll tell you, we stuck to it. She stuck to it. And my daughter is feeling so much better. It's
So good.
unbelievable. And it took us probably a month to get there. But I'll tell you what, it sure beats Big Pharma.
That's right. Absolutely. I do remember that's so amazing. And I know she's genuinely concerned,
I
and
know. We love her. Thank
that's why
you.
she does what she does. And so
Yeah. We love you both.
we love you guys. Thank you so much. Let's hopefully we have to connect in person at some point.
Yes. Yes. Well, Gary and I can fly out anytime. So you just let us know
Let's
when and
go.
we're there.
All right. Thanks so
Okay.
much.
Thank you, Sean. All right, you guys have a blessed day.
You too.